Hmm. Hmm. Oh, very interesting. Hmm. Oh, oh, hi! Sorry, I didn't see you there. Greetings and felicitations. You know, I was just watching a recording of The Marriage of Figaro, arguably Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's most famous opera. I'm Tim Jones, and I wanted to talk to you today about the importance of culture, specifically the uniquely highbrow culture of the opera, but even more specifically, trying to explain, no, make that trying to grasp, what in the world my wife sees in this musical art form. What am I missing here? I just don't get the appeal. More on the other side. Welcome back. My wife always complains that we don't do enough things to expand our cultural awareness. Somehow she does not consider TV's The Big Bang Theory enough of an expansion, but I keep telling her she'd learn some interesting factoids about particle physics if she just listened to a few Sheldon Cooper rants. You know, her needling me about my lack of cultural curiosity, it offends me deeply because I'm an extremely sophisticated, erudite person. As proof, I would point out my usage of the word erudite in the previous sentence, which I found out on a Google search of obscure, smart-sounding words. A couple summers ago, my wife and I went to one of those fancy-pants, highbrow movie theaters where we saw a Swedish film with English subtitles. Now, I'm not trying to brag, but I made it almost halfway through. Turns out that the gray wolf represented death. I did not get that. Well, one time, I even went to a snobby, avant-garde, modern art gallery opening for an exhibit that turned out to be, well, a collection of wooden furniture covered in thousands of nails. I am not making this up, I swear. Now, I can endure boring, elitist, overpriced entertainment as well as the next beaten-down husband. I've gone to the ballet, I've stayed awake through several Shakespeare plays, and I had a vague idea of who the bad guys were in a couple of them, pretty sure. And I even survived a modern dance recital that my wife roped me into, in which each dancer represented a different fruit or vegetable. I'm pretty sure the guy in the green leotards was a zucchini, but he might have been a lettuce. So don't tell me I'm not willing to expand my artistic horizons. But every man has a line he won't cross. And for me, that line used to be opera. That is until not long ago when my wife told me, "Turn off CSI Miami, we're going to go to the opera tonight." Fortunately, I was already wearing my dress shorts, so I was good to go. Now, I can only conclude that my wife really hates me. How else to explain her insistence that I sit through an evening of hauteur? I mean, why couldn't she have taken her artsy friend Cheryl? I'm guessing this was punishment for my not power washing the driveway earlier that week. Payback is hell. For you fellows out there, if your wife ever tells you she wants you to go to the opera, I strongly suggest you quickly whack your thumb with a hammer so hard that your nail falls off, so that you have to go to the ER. Because trust me, that will be far more pleasurable than the 3 hours and 45 minutes I endured in my maiden voyage to the opera. But if you can't get out of going, be sure to bring a comfy pillow and a warm blanket and perhaps a teddy bear, because there's no way you're going to stay awake past Act 1. Prior to our gala evening at the opera, the sum total of my exposure to this artsy-fartsy art form came from Bugs Bunny cartoons. Check out this scene from The Magic Flute. Elmer Fudd's performance totally rocked. We went to see Carmen, an opera about a gypsy woman. I'm guessing named Carmen, but that's just a conjecture on my part. And all the men had fallen in love with her. The entire opera was sung in French. I had no idea what was going on, but fortunately, they had a screen above the stage which displayed subtitles. Unfortunately, the subtitles were in Italian. Very helpful. According to the program, here was the basic plotline. Act 1, boy, Don Jose, falls in love with girl, presumably Carmen. Act 2, girl falls in love with boy. Act 3, girl falls in love with another boy. Act 4, first boy gets jealous and kills girl. The end. Total duration of the 4-act opera? An eternity! I tried extremely hard to concentrate and stay awake using every means at my disposal. I tried sitting upright, setting up a wake-up alarm on my phone for every 15 minutes, even downing a six-pack of Red Bull. You know, I tell you, people having trouble sleeping tonight should seriously consider season's tickets to the opera. They'll be sleeping like a hibernating bear before the end of the second aria. Now, despite being as cultured as I am, I just don't understand opera's appeal. First, you can't understand a word they're saying up there. Second, they never stop singing. Ever. Even when the translation reads, "Good morning, Jose. Are you hungry?" the players on stage feel a need to sing about it in loud, boisterous voices. Come on. Take this performer, for example. According to the Italian subtitles that my wife translated for me, this lady sang at an eardrum-piercing level for 4 minutes simply to proclaim her fondness for donuts. Well, I could have told you she had a problem with food before she hit her first IC. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not the suspicious type, although I still think the moon landings were all faked. But it seems to me that the subtitles are leaving out part of what they're actually saying. For example, in one part, Don Jose sang in French for approximately 2.5 minutes, but all that the subtitles read was, "Why won't you love me?" I'm not a rocket scientist, but something tells me we're not getting the whole story here. Frankly, I was more than a little disappointed by my first immersion into the world of opera. I waited 3 hours and 45 minutes for the fat lady in the Viking helmet to sing, but she never showed up. Such a letdown. I've decided, frankly, I'm never going to go to opera ever again. Well, unless it's on bobblehead night, then maybe I'll give it one more try. That's the view from the bleachers. Perhaps I'm off base. I'm Tim Jones, and remember, if you like this video or simply feel sorry for me, click on the subscribe button and share this video with your friends or anyone you'd like to annoy. For more of my humor, visit my website, viewfromthebleachers.net. Thanks for joining me. Well, I need to get back to my opera recording. I think the fat lady is just about to sing.